Thank you. Last phone of the day is just a few minutes away, and we're asking if you have any sympathy at all for this fella, Graham, up in Warwick, who's become a poster boy for infidelity. 0207 173 5555 is the number. Do you think his ex has gone too far? Not just chucking his cars away, maxing his cards, but humiliating him so publicly too. We'll find out on last quick break.
What percentage of Brits think public humiliation is a good form of revenge? Is it 75, 85 or 95%? Find out after this short break. Before the break, we asked what percentage of Brits think public humiliation is a good form of revenge. The answer is 95%.
What a vengeful bunch you are, eh? Welcome back. Last phone-in of the day, where David, Janet, Louis and you at home are going to tell us, I guess, if you've got any sympathy for the love rat named and shamed in those posters. 0207 173 5555 is the number. Love to hear from you if your name is Graham and, and you live in Warwick. And while you're dialing in, Storm, with some of your emails on our earlier talking.
I can't believe that's even legal. Wish I'd thought of it. Anyway, on to Corbyn's maximum wage. Could it work? Claire says hard work should be rewarded appropriately. But I think he should focus more on increasing the living wage of those at the bottom of the pay scale rather than implementing a maximum. In reality, if the UK imposed a maximum wage, we would lose all our talented people to other countries where they can earn more. That's the thing about capitalism, isn't it? People
they didn't all disappear in the 70s when our tax rate was 98% of the super wealthy, did they? Some stayed.
Some stayed.
Yeah.
But we'll lose more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you lost Philip Green, I could just imagine myself weeping myself to sleep each night.
Yeah, pretty sure
That's
we could all
we
survive that one, couldn't we? Patricia says a salary cap is a very simplified way of saying that something must be done to close the pay gap.
I think so.
But this should be done through a pay ratio rather than a cap, so that the highest paid person in the organisation could not make more than 50% than the lowest paid. Any pay rise at the top should be replicated throughout. 50% isn't that much, though, if you think about it. So if somebody's on £20,000, say the cleaner's on £20,000...
I think she must mean 50 times.
50
so 50
times.
Would be a ratio.
OK, yes, OK, that's but 50%.
I have to say, there does seem to be a consensus this morning that pay ratios, whether you compel them or just publish them as they're doing in the US, is a way forward.
Yeah, even just publishing them. If everything was more open, then people would be more minded as to how much they were paying their lowest paid.
Yeah.
Now, on to the FA. Gay footballers come out together. Stephen says, I don't quite see how this will help them. The homophobia in football is ingrained through the generations of small-minded football fanatics. And Ian says, it's their own business and nobody else's. The FA and the press are putting unfair pressure on players. How would they like it if they were constantly being told to make their private life public? But they're not being told, are they? They're being asked.
There is an element of pressure in just discussing it, because for all we know, all the gay footballers could be quite happy being private, and it is an assumption by us that they are not, or that there's a greater good or something, so there is a bit of pressure.
But what if there was two players that neither of them knew the other one was gay, neither of them wanted to come out on their own, but they wanted to be more open about their sexuality?
This could be the way forward, yeah.
So we'll never know. We'll never know. So on to chokers for blokes, no joke. Dave says, I used to wear a choker back in the 80s. Everything was more acceptable in the 80s, it would seem. But I don't wear a necklace now. It's fashion and it will pass.
Yeah.
Let's hope so. Now,
You don't like it?
Oh, I mean, I don't mind it, but it's like people that walk around in bare feet. It's just unnecessary. I know you're trying to be trendy in Shoreditch, but there are shoes now.
I've seen them, Storm. I've seen them.
Or musicians that don't wear shoes as well. Like, you're on stage. How did you get on the tube barefoot? I don't think so. Anyway, so on to David's rather unorthodox Christmas tree removal methods. We did have a wonderful email from Colin saying the best way to dispose of a Christmas tree is to donate it to a zoo. Elephants love them, and they're a rare, tasty treat.
What?
I had no idea. So I did look it up. It's absolutely true. There is a zoo in Berlin that's buying Christmas trees, unused Christmas trees that are being thrown out now, to feed to the elephants. They use it to sort of brush their teeth. But I haven't seen anyone in Britain use it. No zoos that I can see online.
Well, that's
at the
the interesting fact I've learnt today.
Yeah.
Thank you for that story.
So, Colin, if you know of any zoos that are actually asking for Christmas trees at the moment, please let us know. Or if anyone else is watching that knows, please let us know and I'll tweet it. We'll tweet it and let everybody know where they can put their Christmas trees.
Also, you know that all the councils have dedicated Christmas tree disposal units, so they could all talk and send them all to Berlin.
Yeah, or you could close them down and spend the money on public services, proper public services. What's the point of wasting valuable council tax money collecting Christmas trees?
Because how are you going to dispose of them?
Cut them up and burn them like trees.
We can't burn. You're not allowed to burn stuff in cities, are you, Matthew?
Give them to the
Remember,
zoos.
you're not allowed to burn. Oh, give them to the zoo, but you've got to get them to the zoo.
True, true.
That's all your interesting facts for the day.
Thank you. So, is there any sympathy out there for Graham, the Midlander, who's become this inadvertent poster boy for infidelity? His spurned ex, a woman called Linda, has been plastering the hometown of Warwick with these posters which read, "If she's so good in bed, if she's so good in bed, you can stay there. Merc keys in canal, locks changed, cards maxed." I'm told 50 of these garish posters have been put up in and around Warwick town centre, and although she doesn't use his full name or a photograph, I reckon they'll be seen by plenty of people who could join the dots. You know, Linda, Graham, Mercedes. Her act of revenge got plenty of praise online. I love the one that reads, "There's a Graham in Warwick who's having a much worse day than me. Go, Linda." But at the same time, if I'm honest, I can't help feeling a tad sorry for Graham. Let's be honest, loads of relationships break up and infidelity is often the cause. And while Linda has every reason to feel hurt and upset, I'm just not sure her response is particularly dignified or even just. She's not the first to make such a public display of her hurt. Last November, a woman in Liverpool made a video of herself burning her ex's favourite trainers when he did the dirty on her. She posted it online, and lots of you remember Lady Moon back in '92, who went to town on her cheating husband, poured paint over his car, chopped up his expensive Savile Row suits and gave away the contents of his wine cellar to the neighbours. Psychologists, they tell us that while the instinct for vengeance is hardwired in us, it doesn't ever help us really to feel better. So, Louis, any sympathy for Graham?
I mean, were they married or?
Well,
were they...
we don't know.
I mean, no, not really. I mean, if he's going to go and do the dirty, then if he didn't have the cojones to, you know, let her know before he did it, then yeah, max out his cards, burn his car. Absolutely, I've been cheated on. I wish I'd done it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? And do you think you would? I mean, the critical question is, do you think you would feel better?
Yes,
at the end? Really?
momentarily. In that just for that moment, I think the elation of that, even though later on you may not, but the elation at that moment of, yeah, literally.
Yeah, I don't. So
this is really
a
going to
moment
hurt
of elation versus perhaps months of reflection. Go on, you look.
I was going to say revenge is a dish best served cold. You need to think about it and really just take it to heart and don't do anything too rash. Because I think you can appear to be the better person and really consider it. But, yeah, revenge much later down the line.
Do you have any sympathy for Graham?
Well, unless... Well, she may be wrong. I mean, we don't know the facts in the case. So, yes, I do, in which case, you know, was there something that were mitigating circumstances? I mean, it is funny, but also I'm not quite sure what the law is on that either. Can you do that? Because that's defaming his name.
We were checking out whether there would be any problems in us doing this story with our lawyer, and he said no. There might be issues if you were to wrongly identify other Graham and Lindas as having this problem. But it seems that the details are so vague and the names are so common. And let's face it,
it looked like she went to a lawyer before she did it.
So I think, in a way, for Graham, it's oddly flattering that Linda...
Yeah, I get that.
That she cannot get over him, that she's gone to enormous trouble, she, you know, putting up that number of...
I don't think the fact she may not get over him. I think the fact this may be an initial response. She's just found out and thought, right...
That's why she shouldn't have done it.
But
do you know what I mean?
But whatever you do, in the moment of feeling betrayed, all your thoughts and energy are going to that person, the person who's let you down.
Yes.
In fact, you should turn your thoughts and energies just to yourself. Get yourself back, because the best revenge of all is your own success and happiness.
Yes,
that's
agreed.
it.
Totally
Beyond.
agreed.
So if Graham wants to find out that she's happily with somebody else and doesn't give him a second thought.
Let's just see if we can fudge this in a Jeremy Corbyn style. You do a poster, and you say, Graham, if you're happy with her, stay with her.
Farewell.
You know, goodbye.
Yeah.
Thanks, you know, it was great.
Yeah.
But my life, I'm fine without you.
Yes.
That would actually be... Do you think that would hurt Graham more?
I think so. I think so.
Well, when I was cheated on, I mean, I was fine without the person once, you know, I got over it, but I would have got great satisfaction out of burning his computer and stamping on it. I'm sorry, I would have at that moment.
At the
and
moment.
I got over it in the end, and I could look back on it now and go,
it justifies the way they feel about you. You know, you're saying to them, I feel the same about you. I still love you, care for you. What was that? And then you do something awful to them. So all their energy, instead of thinking, I've let down a really good person, they're thinking, I let down this person who's worse than me.
But it's obvious you do love them, because when someone cheats on you and you don't know, then you're the one, what is the innocent party, not knowing they're cheating on you, so you are still in love with them.
But why are they cheating on you, Louis?
Well,
why are they cheating on you?
I don't know, darling, because I was just...
But actually, Janet's right. Janet's right. The much stronger emotion is not anger, it's to say, you let me down. Full stop.
I'm still the person I was, Graham, but you...
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's take that and run out the flagpole with you at home. Storm?
We've got Angie online too.
Angie, good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Do you have any sympathy for Graham?
No, I don't actually. In my situation, I was carrying around quite a few months of, you know, betrayal after being cheated on, trying to be the bigger person. Didn't actually get me anywhere. I just kept feeling worse and worse. And anyway, one day I had the opportunity, and there was a certain someone's BMW and a key involved.
And a key involved, OK. And did that give you any... Did it change your feelings? Did it make life...
Yeah, I felt amazing. I felt like high-fiving myself, and I felt literally brilliant for like weeks.
And what about after the weeks? What about now?
I'm totally fine. I've gotten over any of the hurt and the pain. I felt, in my own way, that was my way of saying, you know what, you're an idiot, and I just felt great. That's it. That's my story. So, yeah.
OK. And did the person concerned ever find out it was you?
Well, if they did, they didn't tell me, so I'm assuming that they felt like they probably deserved it, so...
OK. Thank you very much. Let's have another.
We've got Will on line 1.
Good morning, Will.
Hello, good morning. How you doing?
I'm all right. You got sympathy for Graham?
Not at all, no.
OK.
I was in this situation. I was married for 15 years, and my wife went off with my friend's son, who was 21 years old. She was 45.
OK. You realise this is Channel 5, The Wright Stuff, not Jeremy Kyle on ITV?
Well done, Will, for laughing through.
Sorry, go on. What happened, Will?
So I got my own back, but what I did everything legally. I researched what I was doing. I looked at what I was doing. I did get arrested by City of London Police. I was questioned for a number of hours, but they let me go. And in
What
the
did
end,
you do, Will? What did you do?
I hacked her phone, and I got all her messages sent to some other between her and her boyfriend, and all her friends. But the phone belonged to the company that I was working for. It was all paid for by myself. And so in the end, I got him from the local pub. I told all his friends. I told all my friends. So he couldn't go to any pub. He couldn't get any building supplies. He couldn't get anything. But I made sure that I was really taking it to the wire because I wanted to prove a point. I wanted to hurt him, because how much he hurt me. I've got 3 beautiful kids.
And do you feel, I mean, I've done the last year, do you feel you did the right thing now?
I do. They're not together anymore after 2 years.
Well, he's gone back to school, has he? Well, thank you for the call. It's a troubling note to end on, I have to say.